Breaking news, Matt Nagy is reportedly getting fired after the Bears Thanksgiving game against the Detroit Lions. What is going on, y'all? Fox Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, my NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. And boy, do we have a lot to talk about. So if you guys are new to the channel, hit that big red subscribe button down below. Make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms again, guys, and hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. Trust me, I'm going to be dropping a lot with everything that's going on with the Bears, all right? Let's get into it. All right, so every day now it seems like there's a new source, new reporter that wants to talk about Matt Nagy and report on him. And this time, there's a report coming out from somebody named Mark Conkle. Again, he's verified on Twitter, okay? I made a report about this guy, Jordan Schultz, who came out and talked about how Matt Nagy is going to get fired. And Mark Conkle, this guy, is talking about how Matt Nagy is reportedly expected to be fired after the Bears Thanksgiving game against the Detroit Lions. Now, I say that to say that, again, this is not one of the main reporters that we always look to that are, you know, their source for football news in Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, guys like that. I'm not saying that doesn't mean other guys can't be right, but what I am saying is it's always interesting when it's not one of those guys because you don't know if the report is true or not, all right? So that's what I want to talk about. Let's get into it. Here's what I know. Matt Nagy is getting fired, period. I've said this before. I'll say it again. Not a matter of if, matter of when. He's getting fired. Now, most likely, it will happen at the end of the season, right? That is traditionally how the Bears, who have never, ever, ever had an in-season firing of a head coach, have done things. They don't like to fire guys in season. They think they're too classy for that. The ownership group, for whatever reason, doesn't like to can guys in the middle of the season. So, more than likely, it happens at the end of the season. But 100%, 110%, Matt Nagy's getting fired. His time in Chicago is up. He has not shown enough. We have given him repeatedly chances after chances after chances, and his offense just has not improved. The team has just not improved. He has not developed guys. He has not done enough in his time in Chicago. He should have, quite frankly, been fired last season, but we basically gave him another year, half a year, whatever you want to call it. So, that much I do know. He's getting fired. And I made a video the other day about how he's lost the locker room and the players don't trust him anymore. And, you know, they've basically tuned him out. That's true as well, I believe. And so, let's talk about then whether it happens after Thanksgiving or not. That's the interesting part here, right? Because if I'm getting fired, if you're firing somebody, why wouldn't you just do it on the spot, right? You're like, hey, you're fired, but can you just coach one last game? The guy's going to be like, all right, I'm fired, but you want me to coach one last game? Just fire me on the spot. Like, that makes no sense, right? How is Matt Nagy going to go out there and coach a football game knowing that, you know, I'm already fired? So that part doesn't make sense to me, right? And so I'm of the mindset that I do believe the outcome of this game determines things. If Matt Nagy loses this game against the Detroit Lions, against the winless Detroit Lions, a division rival, the worst team in football right now, he's getting fired. He's getting fired. And you know what's funny about this? After all these reports surfaced, Matt Nagy was asked at a press conference about this, and he said, oh, I have no idea what your guys are talking about. I have great communication with the ownership group, with everybody, and they've never mentioned to me that my job status is in question. And then even the top reporters like Adam Schefter has come on and said that as well, in terms of Matt Nagy saying that his job status has not been in question. Now, what else would Matt Nagy say? Yes, I'm getting fired. He's not going to say that. Folks, you know that. You're too smart to not know that, okay? Sorry. He's not going to say that. So back to the point of firing Matt Nagy before or after Thanksgiving, or I should say after Thanksgiving. Why would you fire a guy and then have him coach a game? What makes more sense to me in my head is if Matt Nagy loses against the Lions, against the winless Detroit Lions, that is about as low as you can go, and he's getting canned. Now, I believe the ownership group that has not told him. I do believe that. They have not told him that he's getting fired. But I believe that after the Lions game, if they lose, I do think he is getting fired. And here's the reason I don't think they've told him that, is because if the Bears win against the Lions, and by the way, they're starting Andy Dalton, Justin Fields is out for that game. If they win against the Detroit Lions, I believe there is a chance that Matt Nagy finishes out the season as the Bears head coach. And the reason I say that is because, again, this is what the Bears ownership has done. They've never fired a guy in season. So I think there's a chance of that. So I'm going out on a limb here, and I'm taking a stance. If the Bears lose against the Lions, Nagy's gone. If they win against the Lions, he stays for the rest of the season. Either way, he's getting fired. It's just a matter of when it's going to happen. I believe win against the Lions, you stay for the rest of the season as the head coach and then get fired. Lose against the Lions, get your pig slip, get out. That's what I believe happens. Because to me, it does not make sense for you as the ownership to say, hey, Matt, you're fired, and then go out and coach the last game. It makes no sense. Nobody would want to. I would resign at that point if I was Matt Nagy. So we all know it's coming to this. Every Bears loss, the only silver lining was the fact that it was getting us closer and closer to getting Matt Nagy fired. And I believe he's getting fired for sure. Now we can start questions of, is Ryan Pace going with him? The entire coaching staff, what's going to happen? But let's just wait and see what happens here with Matt Nagy getting fired against the Detroit Lions. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree. Here's the question. Does Nagy get fired after the Lions game regardless? Does he get fired if they win or lose? Or do they just keep him until the end of the season? Let me know what you guys think. As always, thanks for watching.